Our next speaker is frequent host on the Dave Ellswick Show, Whitney Davis. Whitney is a young conservative, and we welcome her to the stage today. Whitney, come forward, please.
I promise you I won't be that long so we can get out of here. Thank you. Okay. A $1 bill here. Did you know that in 1913, almost 100 years ago, half of this could buy your entire meal, a good meal, steak, potatoes, bread, the works. Can you imagine feeding your entire family a full meal for $2? You can't even do that at McDonald's anymore. This is the result of the central banking system that was put in place in 1913. Since that year, the Federal Reserve has foolishly caused our dollar to lose over 95% of its purchasing power. Think about it. Everyone's pointing fingers at politicians. You stole my money. You stole my money through taxes, fees. But we've been letting the biggest crooks of all slip on by. Anytime they bail out a bank or a company or even our government, they're stealing money right out of our pockets. I'm talking about theft by inflation. The Fed is so powerful it can steal your money without even putting their hands in your pockets. They don't have to threaten you with prison if you don't pay. They don't even have to tell you they did it. They just do it. And the worst part about it is that we can't even hold them accountable. How many of you in the last election voted in a member of the Federal Reserve? Nobody. You can't. They're a private institution made up of 22 banks, in which the majority of the primary owners are actually European. Out of the 8 primary owners, 4 of them are from New York, one's from London, one from Paris, one from Germany, and one from Italy. That's right. You have non-U.S. citizens deciding the value of your currency and ultimately the state of your economy. I hope many of you are thinking, how in the world is this constitutional? Your intuition is correct. Article 1, Section 8 clearly states that Congress shall have the power to coin money and regulate the value thereof. It doesn't say establish a central bank with foreign investors and people with special interests. But now we're stuck in a state of fiscal irresponsibility from the individual level to the highest levels of government. What the Federal Reserve teaches us is that we don't have to be fiscally responsible. With low interest rates, individuals can invest in things they've never been able to invest in things before. For businesses, don't worry. If you're a bad businessman, we'll just bail you out and hope you do better next time. Even Congress acts like children in this environment. Parents, would you give your children money anytime they ask? Or would you make them earn it so that they learn the value of it, or learn to spend it responsibly? How can we expect Congress to value our money and spend it responsibly if they can just turn to the Federal Reserve and say, hey Ben, why don't you print me another $1 million or so? I got a bridge to build in Alaska for some votes. This is not working out. I'm sorry?
The mic on the stand next to you.
It's a bit too tall for me.
Everything is.
Okay. So what actually, one thing you need to know, it's not even being printed anymore. The majority of our new money is actually in digital form because, that's more reliable than something you can hold in your hand, obviously. Whether it's a single dollar or a byte in the computer, whatever comes from the Federal Reserve has debt attached to it. So we are in debt to this private institution, and as long as the Federal Reserve exists, we cannot get out of debt. I'm so sorry. Ron Paul introduced a bill to the House. It's called the Federal Reserve Transparency Act. The Federal Reserve has never been audited before. This bill is one page. I would say the ideal bill. Many representatives should look at this. It's simple. All you're doing is you're eliminating any exceptions, and it's going to completely audit the Federal Reserve. The problem is, only 2 of our representatives are co-sponsoring it. Tim Griffin and Bozeman. So, that means that we have a job to do. We have to get Womack on board and Crawford on board. And by the way, there's a bill in the Senate that neither of our senators are co-sponsoring. So that's a job for the Tea Party. If we want to get out of debt, if we want to have a true free market economy, if we want to be in control, then we have to audit the Fed. It is the first step to taking care of ending the Fed so that we can hold them accountable. I lost all my notes. I have information on the Fed. I want you all to go home, look up HR 459. It's the Federal Reserve Transparency Act. And I want you to call your congressman and tell them to co-sponsor it. Even if you're not in the district. Call Crawford, call Womack, call your senators. It doesn't matter. They're all, in the end, representing you. And you want them to audit this Fed and take back our currency and take back our economy and our country. Thank you.